You stand before her, a meticulously crafted offering in your hands. It is your heart, not the messy, bleeding organ, but a perfect clockwork masterpiece of your own design. Every gear is a promise kept. Every spring is a moment of selfless support. You've polished it with your virtue, lubricated it with your unwavering morality. It is a monument to your goodness. She looks at it. Her face is a porcelain mask, beautiful and unreadable. There is no flicker of admiration, no hint of desire. Instead, you see something else, a subtle curl of the lip, a slight narrowing of the eyes. It is not confusion, it is disgust. Then her gaze shifts over your shoulder, towards the shadows you so desperately try to keep at bay. And in her eyes, for the first time, you see a spark, a terrifying primal flicker of interest. The clockwork heart in your hands suddenly feels cold, cheap, a child's toy. The world you built crumbles. You did everything right. You were the good man, the safe harbor, the shoulder to cry on. You followed every rule in the storybook, but you forgot one crucial detail. She was never looking for a hero from a storybook. She was looking for a man who could survive a horror story. This feeling, this cold dread coiling in your gut. It is the silent scream of the nice guy. The man who believes his moral compass should also be a map to her heart. You've built your identity on being agreeable, on being the opposite of them, the selfish, the arrogant, the cruel. You are a carefully constructed negation of everything you deem to be wrong. And you wonder why you feel like a ghost at the feast of life. You wonder why she looks right through you. Here is the truth, etched in bone and written in the blood of millennia. Attraction is not a function of the conscious mind. It is not a reward for good behavior. It is a primal, reptilian circuit deep in the brainstem. It does not speak the language of logic, ethics, or fairness. It speaks the language of survival. And in the brutal calculus of survival, your carefully cultivated niceness is often mistaken for something else. Weakness. Think of it this way. A woman's subconscious is constantly running a security check. Not for her safety in a modern civilized world, but for her survival in a world of fang and claw that her DNA still remembers. She is not looking for the man who will ask for permission. She is looking for the man who can build a fortress against the storm. Your morality, your constant need for validation, your fear of causing offense, it doesn't read as safe. It reads as untested, predictable, prey. The man who is unpredictable, who has a hint of darkness, who prioritizes his own mission above all else. He is not seen as evil. He is seen as a survivor. His selfishness is not a flaw. It's a sign he can acquire resources. His arrogance is not a sin. It's a broadcast of high status and genetic confidence. This is not an accident. This is psychology written on the deepest, most ancient level of her being. She is disgusted by the weakness your performative morality signals, because on a primal level, that weakness threatens her survival. Let's call him Arthur, the gardener. His world is one of perfect order. He spends his days tending to a magnificent walled garden for her. He learns her favorite color, her favorite flower, the exact right time to bring her tea. He has built a paradise of predictability for her, a cage gilded with affection. She knows he would do anything for her, and that is the problem. A man who would do anything for her is a man with no mission of his own. One day a wolf gets into the garden, not a literal wolf, a man. Let's call him Draven. He doesn't enter through the gate. He tears a hole in the pristine hedge wall. He doesn't bring her 1,000 perfect roses. He brings her a single, wild, thorny flower, its roots still caked with the dark earth of the forest he calls home. It is imperfect. It is bleeding sap. It is alive. Arthur offers safety, Draven offers a story, an adventure, a challenge. Arthur's morality is about pleasing others. Draven's morality is an internal code forged in his own fires. He is not a bad man, necessarily. He is simply a man whose laws are his own. Lilith's logical mind screams that Arthur is the right choice, the safe choice, the good choice, but her body, her blood, her very soul betrays her logic. She gravitates towards the wolf, because the wolf has proven he can survive outside the garden walls. And the part of her that still remembers the wilderness knows that walls can always fall. This is the moment of truth, the unveiling, the dark secret you've been avoiding. Her disgust is not for your morality. It's for the weakness that your brand of morality represents. You were taught that strength is loud and cruel, so you chose to be quiet and kind. You confused force with aggression, and in casting out aggression, you castrated your own force. She doesn't want a monster. She wants a man who can face monsters. And to do that, he must have a monster of his own, leashed and under his absolute control. This is your shadow self. The part of you that is ambitious, ruthless, and unapologetically self-interested. You have tried to kill it, to starve it, to lock it in the basement of your psyche. But it is the source of your power, your drive, your edge. Without it, you are a sword with no point, a shield made of glass. The transformation is not about becoming Draven. It is not about abandoning your morals. It is about integrating your shadow. It is about understanding that true morality is not about being harmless. It is about having the capacity for great violence, but choosing to use it only to protect, to build, to defend your kingdom. Stop performing your goodness for an audience of one. Your morality is not a currency to buy her affection. It should be the unshakable foundation of your own empire.
Let your ambition be your guide. Let your purpose be your spine. Be polite, be kind, but do not be nice. A nice man is a tame man. Be a good man. And a good man is, above all, a formidable man.
The paradox is this: she will only truly desire your goodness when she no longer feels she is entitled to it, when she sees that your kindness is a choice, not a compulsion.
A gift from a king who has the power to give or withhold as he sees fit. Stop trying to be the man she wants. Become the man you were meant to be. A man of purpose, a man of power.
And you will find that the attraction you chased so desperately will begin to chase you. Not because you are good, but because you are whole.